We absolutely are focused now on the whole being of this young person and realizing that these children and youth have experienced significant trauma. That's why they came into foster care, and that our obligation to them is to help them heal and to help them prepare for a successful life.
I think that we have to step up. We have to do something to help these kids, because if we don't, then there's going to be these children who will be involved in crime or feel this lack of love and attention in their lives that every child deserves to have and needs to have.
And as foster parents, you have the option to go to court and kind of see what the well-being of the child, make sure it's being taken care of, and to testify to the child's well-being as they're in your home. And in one sense, it was one of the most horrific things I'd ever heard, to hear a father say that, I can't be in your life. I can waste my time or do things that don't matter or won't last, but spending time with a child, you're going to make an investment in their life, and that will last. It changes them forever, and it changes you forever.
I moved in with my pastors. They became my foster parents, and they were very supportive. Having a stable, church family, having the stabilities that I did have and the supports that I had kept me going, and there was always someone wanting to see me succeed.
When I went into foster care, I knew it was going to be different because I had grown up with my mom, and there was a lot of things that I learned. I ended up meeting another family after a year, so this would be when I was 17, and I ended up living with them. They offered, to take me in. They said, yeah, you can come live with us. Their biological son is now my best friend. Him and I are, even though I don't live with them anymore, him and I still see each other all the time. He tells me all the time I'm going to be the best man at his wedding.
Our daughter has suffered a very difficult past, and she is almost 9 now. Because of her difficult past, she has a very hard time expressing a wish, what she wants. You want to be able to help them to grow and to be able to express those wishes and desires and to give them what they want. It is a big responsibility, and it can be very scary, but it's also very, very rewarding. You get to help a child who may not possibly have a future where they're at right now, but you can give them a future and a hope, and you can help them to have a very full life, and they help you to have a very rewarding and full life.
That's kind of the biggest thing I would tell people, is be willing to advocate for these kids. These kids, some of them just haven't had anyone to go to bat for them. And every kid deserves someone to be their champion.
For me, it's the icing on the cake in life. It's like I found my niche in life, and I love it.
I was amazed at how quick that change in my heart took place.
Some of the ways other families can get involved is through respite care. Respite care is an opportunity for a family to watch a foster child, maybe for an afternoon or maybe for one overnight opportunity, where you maybe can't take a child in for months or weeks or even years, but you could watch a child for an afternoon or an evening or a weekend.
Well, I think foster parents are touched in profound ways by this experience. The actual parenting is tough and challenging because these children have often been hurt. But for the parents that can see beyond that initial hurt and see the fear and see the possibility and stand by these children, they're planting seeds for the future.
We think there's a tremendous opportunity with our houses of worship to find some families who are willing to be part of this network of caring. We think that there is a tremendous opportunity in our congregations to have families step forward and help us as a state take responsibility for these kids. These kids didn't ask to be in the situation that they're in. This is not their fault. It just breaks your heart. And we want these kids to have a stable place to live and have loving parents and loving families around them, because every kid deserves that.
If you have room in your heart and your home to be a foster parent or would like to learn more, please call 302-633-2657.